Okay, today I'm going to be discussing the information for the idea that we've been visited by ancient astronauts in the past. Many of you might be familiar with the work of Eric von Daniken or Zecharia Sitchin, main proponents, people who have been putting out the idea that all the ancient cultures and the knowledge that they gained wasn't just through the natural progression of evolution and time, that we were actually influenced, and that, if you want to call them star beings, people from the heavens, have influenced our primitive cultures and even up to this day. So just going around, what I'll do is kind of explain my own interest and how I got started in this field just briefly. As a college student, I became very fascinated with the possible artificial structures on Mars and NASA's explanation for these images, which then led me to start to look at all the other megalithic monuments all over the Earth, like Stonehenge and, of course, our famous Giza, where the Sphinx and the pyramids are located, but many other archaeological sites around the world, again, showing some interesting stuff with Egypt, which I'll leave up to Mr. John Anthony West to fill you in on today. But many of these megalithic structures all over the world displayed a type of brilliance or a technology that we today still cannot even duplicate. For instance, these stones that we're looking at here, these were stones quarried in Baalbek in Lebanon, and you can see that, I believe that's Ted actually, isn't it? Yeah. So that's Ted standing there on this stone, and these are called trilithoton stones. These are stones that weigh in the thousands of tons range, and you can see that they were quarried here and then taken 5 miles away and stacked. Here's another picture of a gentleman standing there, and they were stacked perfectly here. Now, we don't have technology today, even today, that can cut that precise of a block and wedge something in there and lift it out and take it 5 miles away. So it's very interesting that we have this type of evidence all over the world. And for me, it started to really raise the question as to, okay, well, if we don't attribute technology and high mathematics and science to some of these primitive cultures, where do they get this knowledge from? So that starts to lead into the questions that many of the things that are looked upon as mythology, these stories that have been passed down from ancient cultures, are these myths, or did this stuff actually take place? So where this led me to was the very first culture we have record of on Earth, and this was called Sumeria, also known as Mesopotamia and Babylon in various ensuing periods. But the first culture that we have record of came out of modern-day Iraq, then called Sumeria, 6,000 years ago. And what's so amazing about the Sumerian culture is it's literally one of the most advanced cultures we have record of, and they come right out of the Stone Age. And so we really have this track record of evolution of civilizations kind of going up and down and to the point where we are now. But the very first culture that we have record of was the Sumerian culture. Now, the Sumerian culture, again, as I said, located in...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?